Good afternoon. This is Dr. Saul Goldstein. The opinions expressed by these two, fellows, colored folks, may or may not be the opinions of their employers or mine. Holla at me.
Top, they want top, they love top, they want top, they love top.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Ken, the Qatar World Cup is a hot topic, man. More happenings this time regarding beer. Budweiser, obviously a major sponsor for the World Cup. They're having some issues with their branded tents around Qatar. Locals in the area are saying, get that shit up out of here. And they're like, we don't want to see those. So Budweiser is having to correct course and figure out different places to put their branded tents. We knew there were going to be some issues. We knew that things, while they in their mind and in their wallets think that they want to have the world and Qatar, you know, mulling around and enjoying soccer, and practice, not quite that simple. And now we're seeing that. Uh, what are your thoughts on this, man? What would you do in this situation where you are a major sponsor? You have to um, basically get what you paid for and showcase your product and get people to buy your product and get closer to your brand. But the Qatari government is like, no, put it over here, put it over there, hide it, can't show it, take it up, take it down. What do you do?
I mean, honestly, what can you do, bro? Like, this is what you signed up for. Like,
Is it though?
yeah, 100%. Everybody, everybody had the chance when FIFA first announced this to be like,
Nope.
yo, yeah, like, nope, like, yo, this is some bullshit. Like, pick another place. You got 4 years. I don't care how much money they bribed you with. Like,
Give
either,
it back.
either give the money back or, like, you got some personal shit you got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, people were way too flippant about, like, this whole
Yeah.
situation. And now, like, the closer you get to it, and like now all of a suddenly it's like, oh, we got all these on the ground problems. It's like, no shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't really know what anybody can do besides try to make the best of it. Hope that all the footage that the Qatari government are deleting on the COVID from the COVID app like catches everything, because like this is gonna be a
Ooh.
mess, and just try to sell as much alcohol as you can. Like,
Oh man, it's gonna be a mess because no matter what, people are going to people. All the people there
yeah.
are going to people, and
Hmm.
it is guaranteed to explode somewhere at some point. You're gonna have testy officials that are overstepping bounds or don't understand what's expected of them. We saw the clip floating around on social of the news reporter that was threatened to have his camera smashed if he didn't stop recording. And then the Qatari government is putting out an apology saying that he was properly credentialed and, that was a mistake. There's going to be a lot of that, like a lot. And the more it happens, the more people are going to report it. And you're anxious as a nation about people reporting the negative stuff, but you keep dropping negative stuff on them, so it's just going to keep feeding itself. It's all bad, man. Listen, good luck to everybody over there, man. That's all I can say. um I am grateful, I guess, to be able to just watch this from a distance on my little TV and mind my business while the powers that be sort this out on their end. Because, like you said, when this was announced, everybody with the actual power to do something about this or have the necessary conversations about how this would actually work out and like workshop this and whatever, they didn't do it. And now we're here. So it is what it is, man. Good luck for everybody involved directly with this World Cup. It's going to be a complete mess. Complete mess.
Yeah, and I mean, like, local people are going to be really upset about this. And
Really.
I don't think that that is being given the proper like diligence or conversation it deserves,
Right.
because like you're not talking about people that like might have gone to college overseas or have enough wealth to like, rub elbows with like foreigners and like
Mm,
travel to different places. Like, you are talking about people who have probably never left their neighborhoods and are like deep in like conservative Islam. I
mm-hmm.
mean, deep in conservative Islam. So, like, this is a affront to their religion
Right.
to have like, alcohol just prominently out like this, like, because it's not a part of their everyday society,
At all.
right? So, like, the problems are going to come from your workforce who is like 95% local,
Mm-hmm.
right? And people who this is just going to be like, no pun intended, a foreign concept to,
Yeah.
right? So, like, it will be a miracle. Like, if there isn't a major incident at this World Cup, I think we've said that a bunch of times. It will
Not that we're
be,
wishing for it. It just is what it is, man.
yeah, like you could see the trouble coming from this a mile away. And like, it didn't take a rocket scientist. Like, in fact, we aren't rocket scientists, and we've been saying for a while, this shit's going to be wild, right? Like, it's going to be a
Yeah, man.
mess.
For sure. Um, Listen, they have to sort it out. They have to come to grips with how Qatar even got this World Cup and how to better manage how you continue to keep it a World Cup. Like everyone should be able to participate in theory. Everyone should have an equal shot at bidding, putting together a proper proposal, putting the facilities in place to handle it, and then having the world come visit their country, understand their culture and music and food and whatever. But this is not it, man. Like just trying to do it because some royalty decided it was good for everybody when it's actually not. I mean, that's a geopolitical conversation that I don't even have the chops for, but just knowing how people are, like this just should not have been there. The while they might in theory want to be more involved in the world and like, get closer to kind of what Dubai is doing, it's it's not that easy when your fundamental beliefs are very, very, very different from kind of what the big signatures of a World Cup is. It's people from all over the world screaming and shouting and dancing and jumping in the streets and drinking beer and partying till there's no end. That is what the World Cup is. So if your cultural identity is not that, you have to think very, very differently about trying to host an event like this. It just doesn't make sense. So it's going to be rough. Very, very rough.
Yeah, I think I want to push back a little bit on that,
Mm-hmm.
because, like, I don't agree that the World Cup's for everybody.
Ooh, okay.
Like, I mean, in theory, like, yeah, anybody should be able to host the World Cup, right? But I mean, let's be let's be a little practical about this. Like, I mean, the World Cup, yes, as it is a celebration of nations, it is also a massive, massive event, right?
Right.
And like everybody can't host the Olympics, right?
Facts.
Like shit, everybody can't host a Champions League final, and that's one like that is one event. Like every city can't host the Super Bowl, right? Like, and those are in places where like the general cultural norms are accepted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's absolutely stupid. It was absolutely stupid. Like, it was and work. No, 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 no. Worse than stupid. It wasn't stupidity. It was arrogance. Like
Arrogance and negligence.
it was absolutely arrogant and negligent to say that we could host a World Cup where the primary sponsor of this motherfucker is Budweiser in a country where like drinking alcohol is mostly outlawed.
Right.
Like that's just negligence. That's just arrogance. That's
Yeah.
like, like there's no shame in saying like places can't do shit, right? And that's the classic carrot and stick, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to host the shit that everybody else participates in, you need to get like everybody else.
Mm.
And it sucks, but like that's life. Like
That is life.
that's life. This is life. Because I mean, for this shit, you could have just gone somewhere. Like it would have been far more of a statement if they would have taken this to like Ghana, Cameroon, and Nigeria and Ivory Coast and did like a four-country like West African
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
thing or something like that. I guarantee you, like that would have been up. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure there are plenty of Nigerians out there that would have bribed you just as much money as. But like, yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. Prayers to everybody out there because this is gonna be wild.
That is for sure. Thank you for checking out Chop Soccer Pod Short Corners. For more, check us out on Twitter @Chop Soccer Pod and Instagram @Chop Soccer Pod. You know the vibes.